Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kitaki.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Prosecution is formed up, and it's a sought-out house.
Very well. To recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party,
guilty of panty snatching,
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant.
Correct, Air Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside.
The outside?
The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see, to his betrothed.
His betrothed?
His fiancée, Air Judge. His partner for life with no chance for parole.
Very well. You may show the, lucky lady to the stand.
Your name and occupation, Fraulein.
Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded, underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution?
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty, another admirable trait.
Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, confessed his plans? His plan for murder?
Yes.
The witness will please give her testimony to the court.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. "I'll teach him," he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it.
So the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then?
Yes. With regard to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms.
And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it?
Fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven.
How can you prove something like that?
Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks.
Rifling marks?
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint, left on every bullet it fired.
And when did you first hear about Waki's plan?
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him! I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. "I'll teach him," he said. He took one of the family's. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki—
Hold it! How can you say that for certain? How?
Objection! Her forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was the defendant. Waki, was it? Who took the pistol from his home? We know this for a fact now.
I suppose we do.
So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic. Ja?
That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point?
Could someone else have used that pistol? Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol!
What's this?
Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person what access was.
Take that! Well, of course, I mean you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning!
Objection! Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this?
It does seem a bit, unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder.
Hope you do more than hesitate! But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé.
That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness, Miss Tiala, and the victim. Take that!
That looks like a medical chart.
Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on this chart.
What? Miss Diala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart?
Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Our warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on the staff of that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Diala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't. Now.
Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right?
That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love. Past flaws and all.
Objection! There's no connection now doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't lie?
She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remain connected somehow!
Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic.
Take that! These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they?
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Waki back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Waki and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story.
Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder!
Well, there's little point in denying it.
Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day?